Hello guys, I am Sinai and thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. For today, I'm going to be teaching you how you can turn into an Instagram baddie. Instagram baddie. But before we get into the video, if you guys haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. We're the queens of Instagram. Queens of Instagram. First things first. To be an Instagram baddie, you have to have your perfect brows. And for that, I'm using the ColourPop Brow Pencil. But let's go ahead and get them done. Once your eyebrows are done, the second thing that Instagram baddies always have is perfect skin. So we're gonna start by prepping our skin, and I'm using the Nyx Honey Dew primer. And this primer is beautiful because it gives you that glow within, and it also is very, very moisturizing. So we're gonna go ahead and add that to our skin. I also want to make sure that my under eyes are looking bomb.com. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Lorea'l Hydra Energetic Eye Roller. Once our skin is nice and prepped, we're going to go ahead and move on to foundation. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I did a review on this foundation. If you guys want to go ahead and watch that video, I will leave a link right up here so that you guys can see if it works, if it lasts a long time, and my thoughts about it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix color 310 and 110, and I'm going to go ahead and dot it onto my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with my affordable Real Techniques beauty sponge. The third thing that an Instagram baddie always has is a perfect contour and highlight. So I'm going to start by highlighting, and for that I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Light Ivory. And once again, I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend everything out. Now, while the highlight and the foundation naturally set onto my face, I'm going to go ahead and move on to contour. So for contour, I'm going to go ahead and use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Beautiful Bronze. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the hollows of my cheek, my nose, my forehead, and my chin. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on my lips as well. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use my favorite brush. You can use any contour brush that you have. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Now I know my contour looks a little harsh, but to finish the blending process, I'm going to take my sponge and just blend everything out. Now that our foundation has naturally set onto our skin and we just finished the blending process, we're going to go ahead and set this, or the Instagram/YouTube term for this is called baking. So to bake, I'm going to go ahead and use the Maybelline Fit Me Powder in the color 10. And for the rest of the face, I'm just going to take a fluffy sponge and take whatever's left on the cap and just tap that all over my face. Now, while we let this bake, we're going to go ahead and move to the next thing that an Instagram baddie should always have, and that is going to be the winged out eyeliner, the big lashes. So the first thing that I'm going to do to my eyes is I'm just going to apply a bit of bronzer, and this is just going to give me some depth into my eyes. And for that, I'm using the Milani Solei Baked Bronzer. Next, we're going to do the famous wing liner that they always wear. I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. Now, to get a perfect eyeliner, I always like to start in the outer corner and place my brush right in the outer corner of my eyes and just create a straight line. And depending on how long I want it, that's how long I'm going to do the line. I'm going to go ahead and create a triangle. I like to create create another straight line and then just bring it until it hits my lash line. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and fill in our triangle. Now for the inner corner, it's very self-explanatory. You're just going to go ahead and follow the natural shape of your eyes. So now that I have one eye down with my beautiful sharp wing, I'm going to go ahead and create the other eye. Before we bake any longer, I'm going to go ahead and remove the excess powder with my fluffy brush. Just like in Instagram Baddie, we always want to have nice, beautiful lashes. But before we add our false lashes, we have to prep our own lashes. So I'm going to start by curling my lashes. And then I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to go ahead and use the new Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. I can't stop thinking about you. No, I can't stop thinking about you. Next, for lashes, I'm going to go ahead and use the Eyelure times Vegas Nay collaboration. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take more bronzer on a pencil brush and just add that to my lower lash line. Now to make my eyes appear more feline, more cat eye, I'm going to go ahead and add this to my waterline, and this is the Maybelline eyeliner. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and finish it once again with the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. The next thing we want to do is to bronze. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the same bronzer I've been using, and I'm going to go ahead and bronze my face. Now we can't forget the blush. So for blush, I'm using the Milani Luminoso. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this step or not, but if you want to be a little bit more extra than the Instagram Baddie, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eyelash glue and I'm just going to create like a little cut crease situation. Then just with an angle brush, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some glitter. I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the other eye. Now we're all ready to set, and I'm gonna use the Morphe setting spray. Now to finish off the blending process, I'm just gonna take my beauty sponge and just press everything in. The next thing we have to do to get closer to be an Instagram Baddie, we're gonna go ahead and do the highlight. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Wet n Wild highlighter in the color Precious Petals. And of course, we can't forget the pouty lips. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe lip liner, Coffee and Kissy. And for lips, I'm going to go ahead and use this one right here. It's just a nude lipstick. And this is in the color Hot Sand. And on top of that, I'm just going to add a gloss. And this is the Neutrogena Moisture Shine Gloss. Now to complete the Instagram Baddie look, we can't forget to have the perfect outfit. So let's go ahead and change into that. And we can't forget our accessories. And this, my friends, is exactly how you can turn into an Instagram Baddie. If you guys don't follow me in my social medias, I will leave everything else right here. It's just like YouTube, SinaiRuelas. Feel free to follow me in Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, well then too bad, because you already watched it. And if you're just not sure, well, just give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for your support. Until next time.